Hello, my name is Ransford Bequin from the AAU. AAU is the voice of higher education in Africa, and we are here to cover the World Entrepreneurs Investment Forum, which is happening live at the Kingdom of Bahrain from the 12th and 13th of November 2019. Continue to watch our coverage through our dedicated website tv.aau.org and on all our social media handles on your screen. AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa.
Talking about entrepreneurship and innovation in education. We started yesterday very fruitful discussions and we have experiences from different maybe places around the world, from Saudi, Morocco, and some in India and Africa and Bangladesh. So we continue today and we have the pleasure to have this distinguished scholars on the podium. So let me introduce Professor Mahmoud Abdelati. He's on his way, he will come. Dr. Shvetsov Nikolaevich, am I spelling very well? Okay. From University of Mari, from Russia. Dr. Venus Bonagan from Kingdom University. Dr. and Professor Murali from Entrepreneurship Development Institute in India, and Professor Saad Darwish from Kingdom University from Bahrain. So hopefully that Dr. Abdurrahman, okay, will join us. He's on his way. Okay, so we have we'll talk about today about entrepreneurship in the session and the fourth industrial revolution. I think we started yesterday talking about the industrial revolution. We are in the industrial revolution. Maybe some countries are already, advanced in this regard. Some trying to catch. Okay, this is when it comes to maybe the industry. But today, okay, we'll look at the education. Okay, how the education can participate actively, okay, in this industrial revolution. What are maybe when it comes to curriculums, when it comes to building the ecosystem, okay, inside universities, inside maybe research centers, etc. Okay, and we look at the different maybe experiences around the world. So I leave the floor for the panel, okay, and maybe you have 10 minutes to talk about your topic. Professor Morali, okay, yeah, you can start.
I guess we have 10 minutes, okay. Yeah, sure, okay.
Good morning to all of you. I wish to share my experiences of entrepreneurship development, which is not, my experiences are not confined to India alone. I have worked extensively in Africa and some parts of Middle East, including this country. I did a small contribution in the process of setting up of Arab International Center for Entrepreneurship and Investment Training. The logo you find over there. Yeah. I have worked in Africa too, the Francophone and Anglophone Africa. So my experiences would be a sort of, spread across continents. Is something which is very clearly answered in the developed world, not really in the developing world. Many universities are yet to get into entrepreneurship education. I would also share some interventions which are being adopted by certain educational institutions, and I'll be talking of institutional mechanisms that can be adopted by an educational institution. Well, one of the most important points we need to remember is the redefinition of entrepreneurship. We need to have a broader view of the term entrepreneurship. Generally, entrepreneurship is associated with business. But then entrepreneurship is not associated basically with any activity. It's a way of life, the way we think, the way we act. And this is characterized by 3 points. Number 1, setting up challenging goals. Number 2, mobilizing resources to reach the goal. And number 3, working differently. So if anyone does these things in any walk of life, he is entrepreneurial, he or she is entrepreneurial. So this leads to 3 types of entrepreneurs. If I do it in a business setting, it is business entrepreneurship. If I do it for the welfare of the community, it's social entrepreneurship. And if I do it as an employee, it is intrapreneurship. So when an educational institution thinks of developing entrepreneurship, it's interesting to have a broader view of the term entrepreneurship. Why educational institutions need to be concerned with entrepreneurship? The first one is important because the students will be with us for 2 years, 3 years, or maybe even more. That gives us enough opportunity to promote entrepreneurship through experiential learning by doing. And the last one is again important for private educational institutions. It's a revenue stream. It's a revenue stream. The institution, I used to work for Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India till recently. We are a self-funded institution. We don't get government grants. We have a huge campus spread over 30 hectares. So, the kind of operations we do gives us enough resources, enough financial resources to be on our own. So this aspect is very important. And this one too, professional enrichment opportunity for faculty. I think the universities need to be asking a question, how often or how many entrepreneurs visit my campus? And when they do visit my campus, what do they do? What do they gain out of it? If you are asking this type of questions, then I guess it is important to see that entrepreneurs walk into my campus. It gives an opportunity for the faculty to interact with the world of work. Moving forward, well, an educational institution can serve a variety of segments, not just the students. It can serve the students, alumni, the youth, externals to the system, not necessarily a part of the university, then the local SMEs, and even NGOs. How do people do that? We will be, these are the approaches that are popular in many universities. Some universities have a course, quote unquote course. Well, I believe entrepreneurship cannot be taught. Because you learn by doing things, you know. Entrepreneurship is all about action. So we do have a course, and we find this term more comfortable in a traditional education system. We have an enterprise creation program, business incubation, we talked about it. Most universities in India have their own business incubators now. We have setting up of a business counseling center and family business interventions. In the Arab world especially, you have over 90% of the businesses are family owned. So what is it that my institution can offer to family businesses? Yeah. Enterprise creation program. This is a combination of training, one-on-one counseling, mentoring, and implementation support. And the ultimate objective is to facilitate emergence of entrepreneurs. The success of this program is measured in terms of how many enterprises have been set up by those recruited into this program and how sustainable they are over a period of time. It's aimed at potential entrepreneurs, basically first generation entrepreneurs. We have three major input areas: the ideation part, the business plan, and implementation support. So you have how do I identify business opportunities, how do I formulate business plans, and acquiring skills in managing a small venture. It is not a crash. It's not a crash course. It's not a mini MBA or a crash course. Crash courses tend to crash. It's more about understanding the nuances of managing a small venture, strengthening entrepreneurial competencies. This perhaps is the core input. We have a competency-based training model which is well researched, and one professor, David McClelland, who is called as father of entrepreneurship, he was the guy who spearheaded the research project. It was a multi-country research project to identify competencies that contribute towards top performance as an entrepreneur. And having identified that, we have developed a competency-based training program. And the idea is to see that once identity changes, I mean, I don't think that I'm a unemployed person, or I'm a student or something like that. I say, I think I'm an entrepreneur. The minute I think I'm an entrepreneur, I tend to behave like an entrepreneur. Yeah, sure, okay. Some universities have what we call as entrepreneurship clubs. It's a student-driven activity with student-driven institutional arrangements, and multiple activities could happen over there. Then business counseling centers, especially if if my university is offering technical as also a managerial education at UG and PG level. We could have a business counseling center which serves not only our students but also the local SMEs. And a family business center. Yeah, this is my last slide. There are institutions that offer MBA in entrepreneurship and family business. Yesterday we had a gentleman from one of the Indian institutions, SP Jain. They offer an MBA in entrepreneurship and family business. So we could, especially if we have a management faculty in our university, we are in a good position to set up a family business center wherein we help the younger generation, the second or the third generation, to be inducted into the family business in a smooth way. We offer consultancy in terms of setting up of governance system in a family business, defining the rules of the game, and of course there are multiple opportunities. It can be a training center, a resource center, a consultancy center, and most importantly, it could be a networking platform. So there are universities which do set up family business centers. In fact, I have helped certain universities set up such a center. So in short, it is important that the universities look for a variety of entrepreneurship development institutions to stay relevant. That's very important. That's very important. Thank you.
Dr. Shvetsov from University of Mari.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to be here. And thank you for hospitality, Kingdom of Bahrain and Kingdom University. Thank you very much. My agenda will be at first about Russian toll and trends which we have in Russia now. Then, of course, I told about our university and, of course, about entrepreneurial and entrepreneurships. What happens in Russia now? We have more than 1,000 universities in Russia and more than 5 million students. And of course, no, I don't need presentation. Thank you. And of course, we have trends. It's global trends. It's digitalization, entrepreneurship, soft skills. But we don't forget the main things like hard skills, of course, because hard skills like fundamental things in Russia. And then we put on our hard skills digital skills. And digital skills we see like end-to-end technologies that, for example, if in our university we have more than 100 programs from agricultural to medicine and engineering, art and educational programs. Now in each programs we have digital laboratories, for example, digital agriculture, digital art, digital psychology, digital law, digital economic. And digitalization is mainstream in education in Russia, and all universities now transform from normal universities. We have everybody digital transformation, not on online courses, of course. Today in Russia we have 11 tutors, 1 tutors for 11 students, and we want to save this because we need more practice, more skills learning by doing. But of course, all our tutors now have they study too. They study too for answer to new challenges in economic. Of course, fourth revolution, industrial, and everything about this. Our university is situated in 700 kilometers from Moscow to China direction, to east. And it's quite close in Russian destinations, and we have in our city more than 20,000 students, and I told that we have more than 100 programs, and much easier to say what we don't have. We have more than 100, and we work on this. And the main trend in our region, in whole Russia, most of universities have 4 missions. First, it's we reproduce, we learn. It's an educational mission. And the second mission, it's science. It's scientific mission. The third mission, it's entrepreneurship. It's a third mission. And the fourth mission, it's develop a society. Where is your university situated? Because what is our KPI? Of course, development of our society is one of the main KPI, but development of our society with global society, of course, is like a part of global society, it's like a part of Russian society, and like a part of global society. That's why all trends, global trends is Russian trends and real trends. And of course, one of the main trends in this area, internationalization, and in Russia now studied 350,000 foreign students, and only in our university study more than 2,000 foreign students from 31 countries from all over the world. And we rapidly grow in foreign students, and we of course, we have very good competences. It's mathematics, physics, engineering. It's traditional Russian strong things, and of course, we give our strong things to all students all over the world, and we share these technologies and this knowledge and science. And another interesting trend that in Russia now supported by government, private and government cooperation. And for example, only in our university, Indian investors built already campus for 2,000 students, and they're going to build more campuses. And now we develop our university and campus building by foreign investors, and it's supported by government. Russian Federation gave different preferences, credits, earth, land, and different areas. And this is very entrepreneurial, I think, for universities too, how to develop universities like the entrepreneurial universities. And of course, industry. Industry, it's our main partner, industry and schools, because we need very good pupils, and when we got good students in enter, we have great specialists in exit. And of course, we hunting the talents, gifted students in all over the world, and like all universities in all over the world, I think. And we support our schools, and we work with our industries, and a lot of programs. If we are talking about schedules and educational programs, small history. Before we did only hard skills, then we added soft skills, then we added digital skills, and all this gave some entrepreneurial learning by doing in dual programs when people work with industry. And it's very similar, like our colleague from India told. Thank you for attention. I'm ready to answer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Venus from Kingdom University, and we have two lead researchers for our simple research, which was done a month ago, previous months maybe. And our lead researcher is Professor Saad from Kingdom University, and then we have another professor from UK, also Professor Darwish. So since yesterday we have been talking about industrial revolution. Actually, all of us knew that industrial revolution started in the 18th and 19th century, and we're now on the fourth industrial revolution. And that tools for automation have been invented, have been passed from one generation to generation, and that because technology is really very dynamic, what is true today may not be true tomorrow. So what I'm going to mention to you now may not be perfectly true the next months or even years. Okay, we did a descriptive documentary analysis from the recent researches. And the first part of the research will present to us the overview, a simple overview of what artificial intelligence is being done by some reviewed literature. So artificial intelligence is the theory and development of computer systems ready to perform assignments ordinarily requiring human insights. And you know that even unintentionally or unknowingly, we have been using artificial intelligences in our systems, in our workplaces, especially in the academe. And so most medium-sized and large businesses have been using AI-enhanced sales and marketing systems. AI allows applications to process massive amounts of data in minutes or seconds and make decisions superior to those of people with decades of experience. So yesterday it was mentioned that this AI has been supporting experienced people even with decades of experiences in business and other fields. AI also transforms, or it has been transforming analysis tools by making them more user-friendly, faster, more accurate, and cheaper to use. The paper overviewed the past and present developments in AI-associated applications and overlooked to the future prospects of the use and implementation of such systems for entrepreneurs. The studies show that an emergence of the series of the new innovative technologies has become the source to an increasing progress of the activities of entrepreneurship. AI is a business asset that is worthy of each of the entrepreneur's attention. The research work also presented aspects and practical applications for the AI systems. And in all these innovations, the AI is one of the most effective technological changes that carries out the significant positive impacts on entrepreneurship. Now let's try to relate technology and innovation with AI. The technology and innovation changes are referred to as the main elements of the economic growth and entrepreneurship in any country. As we know, we have factors of production in an economy, for example, and that technology and innovation are all embedded in labor, in capital, and even in entrepreneurial skills. The studies show that an emergence of the series of the new innovative technologies has become the source to an increasing progress of the activities of entrepreneurs. AI helps entrepreneurs to analyze big data efficiently, leading to a more effective decision making. So, for example, we have the DMS, the DSS, tools which are used for routinary decision making in the small and medium enterprises. Even, I think you're familiar with Zoho. That is for the Human Resource Information System. So the use of the artificial intelligence technology is expected to improve also every entrepreneurial activity. Recent advancements in artificial intelligence are transforming the entrepreneurial and the business landscape. AI helps create a high degree of growth and success in the entrepreneurial activities. AI helps innovate products and services. So we can say that, for example, a survey is done, even through a monkey survey. And then a big data has come in the system. And this big data will automatically be giving suggestions to the human power in the organizations, the business organizations, to determine what additional better features of the products and the services should be integrated. AI helps streamline and improve the business functions, from production to marketing to finance to operations and the like. AI also is transforming now the future of entrepreneurship. Now, very briefly, what are some of these economic and social impacts of AI? AI has caused a digital revolution impacting several aspects of the modern society. The digital revolution has provided better employment and entrepreneurship opportunities for people. AI helps, again, innovate products and services that has been repeatedly mentioned. Under the domain of employment, societies consider entrepreneurship as a revenue-generating economic activity that creates job opportunities. And of course, management of data is very vital for all companies, especially the big data. Others, like AI now, is expected to bring a positive change in most areas of the business and the economy. Examples, we have the New York-based startup which provides virtual assistance for office scheduling and managing appointments. Artificial intelligence also, again, helps innovate products and services, repeated. And then AI startups are already providing great services to big companies and even individual clients. Now, the digital revolution has made several changes to contemporary societies. Large international organizations' progress utilizing AI is also observed on a global level. AI helps, again, innovates, that's repeated. The computational devices and systems have provided huge support to businesses in terms of improving their business processes and activities. And AI helps improve global economic conditions that opens new opportunities for entrepreneurs. Now, what about AI changing the face of business? AI revolutionizes the way business is being done, and it is assumed that 85% of the tasks are expected to be automated by 2020 statistics. AI will enable the business to create strategies to strengthen its relationship with its customers, suppliers, and employees. And of course, AI helps improve customer relationship and retention, which is also very vital in business. So AI investment is expected to benefit businesses in the long run. So ladies and gentlemen, this is just an overview. If you want to know more of the research, you can log into the website of Kingdom University, and then you will know the full details of the research. Thank you for listening. I would like to end it by saying that, you know, with all these technology tools, there is no real substitute to human power. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Professor Dawish from Kingdom University. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see you all in this conference. We are a group of researchers from Bahrain and India. And this is the first in a series because we're trying to create some kind of cultural differences between entrepreneurs and how entrepreneurship is applied in the both cultures, either Bahrain or GCC. In fact, we had some difficulties in collecting the data. In this paper, we managed to survey something around 500 people from different colleges. Can you move, please? And doing that, we were able to collect the data and process it into SPSS to get some statistics. In fact, I can't put all the statistics here. I put some of them. But the idea is related to the question or to the title of the paper, where we're saying, are students ready to go and become entrepreneurs? So this is the question. We're trying to investigate. And how are the differences between two cultures or two different economies? Basically, this is the idea of this research. This is research number one. Number two will be stage two, collecting the data from Bahrain and GCC. And then stage three, doing the comparison. I think this is a very effective way of identifying the gaps within our systems and try to benefit from the improvements and enhancements being done in other economies, how they were able to develop or progress in terms of supporting entrepreneurship. So if we go to the presentation, the objective is to analyze entrepreneurial skills of graduate students, to explore interest level of graduate students, to examine the role of university. The third one is very important. Are we capable of converting our universities into entrepreneurial university, and how? What are the resources needed? How we do it? What are the policies? And how are we going to measure later on whether we were effective or not? Were we able to produce to the society, to the economy, people who can keep the economy running effectively to meet the increasing demands of the societies? If you go to that slide, please. There is such a problem. Students need to learn how to think, act, and should be exposed to 21st century skills. They need to be well prepared for future employment as entrepreneurs. There is a role for universities to accomplish this mission. Of course, in this paper, we're not able to answer all the questions that I just mentioned, but it gave us some kind of an insight to what's happening and how the people or the students or the sample we picked think about this, right? So we go to the second. We put three hypotheses. The first one is very interesting. Professional goal to become an entrepreneur is independent of the confident respondents. Is the student in any university is there with a mindset to be an entrepreneur or not? If not, why? If yes, why? How to do it? The second one is the professional goal to become an entrepreneur is dependent of the supportive, favorable environment of the colleges of the students. The third one, professional goal to become an entrepreneur, is independent of the leadership skills. We agree, most of you are educational in education and know exactly what we mean by the 21st century skills. And also, the Davos conference mentioned the skills needed for the next 20, 30 years. Now, are we capable as professors, educationists, capable of producing such a product to the society? So I think here, the sample we took, 537 students from 6 prominent undergraduate colleges, and we did some sampling method and data collection from primary and secondary data. If you move, Sharifa, please. This is quickly some of the statistics we got, but I'm more interested now to show you the left-hand side from my side here, the willpower, the own ideas, the taking part in decision-making. These are questions to the people. We ask them these questions to see how they respond to this. What is their attitude? How do they think? What's the mindset between our students? Then the ability to take risk, thinking innovatively, seeking opportunity, being competitive in any task. And we have some statistics. Go to the next one. We use the factor analysis, and the factor analysis revealed that the first 3 is the accomplishment, resourceful, aggressive, bold. These are the main factors affecting the mindset of our students in this sample. We go to the other one, please. The other one. The conclusion. From the study, majority of students are not sure to take entrepreneurship as a career. This is an alarming result. This is an alarming result. Why? Would we prepare the people graduating from our university or the students only to go for the governmental jobs? No. The society should lead. Our students, our graduates should lead in the economy. They should have the skills to do that. If they don't have the skills, the economy will never prosper. Now you see the people here are saying, no, we are hesitant. The second conclusion, they have the qualities to become, but some are more reluctant toward entrepreneurship. Some of them do have the qualities, but they are reluctant. That's what they said. That's what they feel about themselves. And this is also alarming. The third one, the colleges are involved delivering various entrepreneurial skills in their curriculum, but needs further involvement. What do I mean, or what do we mean in this research to have more involvement? Involvement means creating entrepreneurship centers within the universities, developing the curriculum, adopting the 21st century skills. Doing this, we can move forward. The last conclusion, the graduate service in this sample, it's important to include more practical sessions in the curriculum. We need more applications for the students in engineering, in medicine, in business, and all the disciplines to make the people ready for the market. The market is competitive. It's difficult to penetrate. He needs to have the skills to go in with good stronghold to go and continue his job or create a business. And this is the end of our story, and thank you so much.